Hi everybody, I'm Lisa and this is Smoke. Welcome to LavaDogs Agility. I'm here today by request to show a close-up and the details of how I go about tying this rope to the weave poles to use it in a method shown in the previous Ropin the Weaves video. So we'll go right to showing some close-ups of how I design it. Okay, here we are at pole number 1. I've got the rope attached with a simple slip knot. I'll put a link for a nice little YouTube video down in the comments section on how to tie a slip knot if that's not something that you know how to do. So pole number 1 with a simple little slip knot. Now we'll travel down the line and I'll show you how it looks from pole number 1 on down. Alright, here we are at pole number 2 and I've just looped the rope around there. It's just a simple loop around to give it some purchase there at pole number 2. And that's why the slip knot's so handy. As you can see, it loosened up a little bit when I demoed that. So I reach back to pole number 1 and I can real quickly cinch it up, snug it up to the pole. Here we are at pole 3 and you'll notice a little detail. You'll notice a little detail of what I do. And I've got actually 3 sections of rope to do a complete 12 pole performance. The first section goes from pole 1 to pole 3 and I tie it off with another slip knot here. This is the section of rope that goes from pole 3 to pole 6. The reason is because I want to be able to do my 2 and 3 pole entry work. So with this one section being separate, I can easily slip it up. So we'll travel on down the line. That's pole 3. Here's pole 4 with that simple little wrap. Here's pole 5, again, a simple little wrap, and here's pole 6. So at pole 6, I have the same setup as I did at pole 3. So this is the finish of the rope that goes from pole 3 to pole 6, and this is the start of a full section that takes me for the next set of 6 to create a complete set of 12. So again, in a training session, I might work on my entries a bit. Then I add my second rope to work on 6, and I might choose to add the final section so I can complete an entire set of 12 weave poles. Okay, so Smoke's going to show you how I use this is the section of rope that goes from pole 1, 2, and 3, and I've doubled it back so now that it's suitable to work just 2 pole work. So Smokey's going to do a quick demo of how I do that. Ready? And pole skip. Good boy. And now I'll slide this bit up. Slip it on to pole number 3, put it into place. I've got my little slip knot, need to snug it up, and you always need to check the height that you're working at with your dog. Every dog's different. Incremental training. Alright, now Smokey's going to demo the 3 pole work. Good boy. Okay, so we're going to finish this little tutorial on how to tie your ropes for using them in your weave poles with a demo of Smoke doing a full set of 12 with the ropes in place. I want to introduce a note of caution to everyone when you're using the ropes on the weave poles. It's your responsibility to monitor if the ropes have loosened up at all. You could have a dog happily weaving, and if you didn't keep up with it where one section sagged, you could have a dog get tangled in it, and the consequences could be, fear, hesitancy in the weave poles, and we surely don't want that. So after every single repetition on these weave poles, pause for a moment, make sure everything's nice and snug so that there's no possibility of a dog getting tangled in the rope. So a couple more details that I'll mention to you is the type of rope that you get. I've found over time that something that's fairly slippery, this is a little nylon rope, braided nylon rope with a nylon sheath over the rope. It slides nicely, but it's not so slippery that it won't stay put. It's also not so textured that you can't slide the slip knot around, so that's important. Another detail that I don't have that I should is these caps that are on top of the weave poles. If you're wanting to slide your slip knots off and on easily, they're actually a bit of a detriment, so I prefer not having caps on my poles. So I should get rid of these. And one third thing lastly is the striping. You'll notice my poles are not striped. often the material that they're striped with has a bit of grab, and that sort of slows down the fluency with which you can slide the rope up and down. So those are just a couple of fine points. So that's it for today. I hope that helps. Please comment down below if anything I described doesn't make sense to you. So we'll see you next time. Happy training!